Welcome to Life Planning 101, brought to you by Smart Money Group and Kennedy Financial Services in Eastland, Texas. Tune in every week as we share important information to help you and your family live life on purpose. Insurance, investments, legacy and tax planning, and much more. All covered now on Life Planning 101.
Here we are for another episode of Black and White Market Minute on Life Planning 101. Matt Ervin and Aaron Kennedy with you this afternoon. Another case of good news, bad news, Aaron, going on. The Fed spoke and the market reacted.
This stuff doesn't even make any sense whatsoever. I'm about ready to go bury my head in the sand like an ostrich. But you nailed it. Good news is bad news is good news. And we're having another week of it. Positive things, the market's up. Market's up big. NASDAQ's up 2% today, just fantastic. Woke up this morning and we were about a flat market for the week. We're very close to it, and now we're up over 2%. So very, very positive week. And this is great after, about the last 3 weeks that we've been down between 7 and 11%. So very welcome week. But why did all this happen today? And back to the good news, bad news. Looks like Great Britain's raising their interest rates by 0.75%. Euro's looking to get back positive. They're raising interest rates. And I have no idea why that's good news. Because just like us, we raise interest rates and the cost of money increases, and it's hard for companies to make money. Harder. Why is it this? I'm not sure, though. We were talking about it, and Europe's got some problems, especially when it comes to their energy, and they're having to import all their energy. Their perfect partner is Russia.
There you go. Well, so you said something earlier, and I really liked it, that USA is the prettiest girl at the dance.
Girl at the dance.
So we're all waiting to get some direction from the Fed. That's no different. It's been the weeks behind us, and now everybody's jumping in because that FOMO's setting in. We talked about that before.
Right. Hey, think about this. Our Fed president told us that to the detriment of our economy, he's going to raise interest rates until inflation stops, whatever it takes. That's scary economically. Yeah, but what about Europe? Who survives a negative 15-degree winter if you don't have any gas?
Well, those pipelines got slowed down again, right?
Cut off.
There you go.
They said no more. Look at China. Nobody's allowed out of their house. That's still got that zero COVID policy. They're hurting bad. Japan's Japan. South America flooded with everything bad. Socialism, lots of corruption. Look up north of us. What in the world's going on in Canada? So
I like that. So we are the best place to be.
We are the prettiest. Yeah. So
that's good.
And I think the world's seeing that. And even if I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but if we're down 10% and Europe's down 30%. Where do you want to be?
Right, that's right.
And I think everybody else is looking at it that way as well.
That's good. Everybody's wanting to put some money to work, and that's always a good thing. And that's something we didn't quite touch on last week. We wanted to. Is
one of the things we heard was we want to hear something positive.
Yeah.
So we're going to get back to that. One of the biggest positive things, economically, number one, we're going to talk interest rates. The 10-year interest rate is increasing faster than the 2-year. Finally. We're still inverted, but we've gone from 0.48% upside down to 0.19. So, it's looking better, guys. We need to get positive on that, but it's a good thing where the market's starting to realize, hey, this is real. This is serious. Interest rates are going up. Let's start believing this. So that's positive. The other positive things are where to invest. Natural gas. Natural gas. What do they need? Huge demand. Overseas, they are paying a lot. 30, 40. They're paying an astronomical amount for gas just to heat their homes.
Well, and one of the things they talked about, kind of backing up, was all the bailouts they're going to do to support that cost because it is so high. But what are they going to do next year and the year after, right? If the supply is gone, it doesn't matter. It just keeps that price to the roof. There's no gas. It doesn't matter what price you pay for it. So if you have gas, there's money to be made.
Yes. Hey, how did we get into this? By printing money and give it to everybody. How do we fix it? Let's print money and give it to everybody.
That was 3 episodes ago. Come on, man.
But it still happened this week.
Right. It's very common. It's the way out, according to some people. But
it's the way out. But gas, that's a good way to make money. One of these days, Russia's going to be okay, and they're going to turn the pipeline back on, and this will all be over. Or maybe not. The infrastructure for any kind of gas lines or anything like that is very expensive, and it takes time, lots of time. So we might be experiencing higher natural gas prices for an extended period. And most people you talk to, they said, we're not going back to $1.70 gas. We're not going back to $2 gas. This is the new normal.
Kind of the reset that's been talked about. All these prices, they're going to wait, and maybe that long-term inflation will be averaged down to 2. But it doesn't mean the price itself is going to go down.
And let's look at commodities as a whole. Big bad commodities are horrible. They pollute the earth. They scar the earth. Nobody needs them. But guess what, guys? We still need copper. We still need lithium. We still need these rare earths. And guess what? We haven't been investing in them. So if our economy turns back on and we need this stuff, where we're going to get it? We're not.
Talk about supply chain issues.
Supply chain issues, yeah, for the raw commodities. So I'm not saying this is the absolute perfect time, but we're going to hit this squeeze. And owning these kind of commodity producers is going to make some people some money.
Okay.
Just think early 80s. We went through this the last time. There's a lot of money out there to be made there. It may not start for 2 years or 3 years. I'm not saying go put your money there. We don't. But keep it in the back of your mind. We need more supply. We need more producers to give us that supply.
Right. Well, and so just to take that takeaway, there's some runway there, even in the rougher times.
Yeah.
There's absolutely a place to put money in it. Something else we need to dive into, we're running short on time, is what we've done with our interest rates the last month or so. Looking at some of those structured CDs, some of those ways to get some yield, use that yield to get it's a little better than CD return. So
yes, we just had a structured note built. Basically, what it is it's tied to the S&P 500. It's issued by Barclays Bank. If the market is positive over the tenure, which is 4 years, if it's positive, we get what the market return is on a price point up to 45%. So you can yield a little bit more than 10% a year if the market's up 45%. And if the market's negative over 4 years, we get our money back. So as long as Barclays is still solvent.
Right.
We used to be able to build these with CDs where we have FDIC insurance. This is not one of the cases. But hey guys, it's still positive that we're getting enough yield to start building these things again. It's a good way to make some safe money in the market, in the stock market.
Right. Some different ways to tackle those little higher returns, and two with short-term annuities. Some people have used 1 to 2, 3 year annuities.
Yeah. What was the one you were showing me? 4% or something.
Yeah, it's like 4% over 3 years, something like that. Now they change all the time, so don't hold us to that. But just know that if you're needing to find a place to put some cash, historically it was just keep your cash, and now we're getting some of those yields back. That it makes sense to do that. So
if you got your money sitting in a savings account, man, get it working. Talk to your bank, see if they will issue a CD. If they don't, send your money to us. We don't charge on cash.
Right.
We want you to make money on your cash so we can get you CDs.
That's right. There's a lot of them out there. And Aaron, we're getting close to time. Do you have any last minute comments you want to add in before we wrap up today?
No, just everybody keep your head above water. We're muddying our way through this, and we're closer to the end than when we started. Well, my dad used to tell me on road trips.
I think I've heard that from you 3 times already. So like father, like son. So, anyways, if there's something you guys want to hear us talk about or dive into, explain a little bit more, love to hear back. We work off your feedback, and just that's the purpose of this, is to take care of you and help educate you and give you some positive news amongst all the negativity. So we appreciate each and every one of you. And for today, that is Matt Ervin and Aaron Kennedy on Black and White Market Minute on Life Planning 101.
Thank you for joining us for Life Planning 101, brought to you by Smart Money Group and Kennedy Financial Services. If you have questions, you can email them to lifeplanning@kennedy-financial.com. Be sure to tune in next week for more Life Planning 101. The opinions expressed herein are those of the firm and are subject to change without notice. The opinions referenced are as of the date of publication and are subject to change due to changes in the market or economic conditions and may not necessarily come to pass. Any opinions, projections, or forward-looking statements expressed herein are solely those of the author, may differ from the views or opinions expressed by other areas of the firm, and are only for general informational purposes as of the date indicated. Securities offered through Calton & Associates Incorporated, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Smart Money Group LLC. Kennedy Financial Services and Smart Money Group LLC are separate entities and are not owned or controlled by Calton & Associates Incorporated.